for leaf clover pattern large brim sun hat tutorial.